on Epiphany with another sports reaction. This time I'm reacting to the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans game. Man, Baltimore got their ass handed to them royally. The number 2 ranked offense and the number 3 ranked defense did not show up whatsoever. Tennessee Titans did match up well, and I knew that they could match up well with them, but I thought that the Baltimore Ravens would be able to just push through, and it seemed like they didn't. That was a 28-12 victory by the Titans, a hard-earned victory, and they definitely put in work for that game. They made the NFL MVP look mediocre. I know Stephen A. Smith gonna have a thing or two to say today, tomorrow, next week, and all of the above. He been criticizing Lamar Jackson all season, and this is the one game that it actually turned out for him to actually be right. The biggest game of Lamar Jackson's career so far, he didn't show up like he needed to. He threw 2 interceptions. Yeah, he did throw a touchdown, and he even ran for a touchdown. He even ran for 100 yards and threw for 300 plus yards. But it don't mean nothing if your team do not come out with that victory. And man, Derrick Henry for the Tennessee Titans, that running back, that is a grown man for real. He just literally just ran through them, almost 200 yards rushing for the game, 195 yards rushing, and he threw a passing touchdown. That man just went off completely. Because I knew it was going to be a battle of the offensive line and the defensive lines for both teams, because both was excellent running teams, and I know that both have tremendous stacked fronts. That front seven of both teams is excellent. But it seems like in the end, Tennessee did what they needed to do. Ryan Tannehill made the passes that he needed to make, something that Lamar Jackson didn't do. If Lamar Jackson was able to make those key throws when it was time to, then maybe then we'd be looking at a different story. It might have been 32-28 for Baltimore. But they didn't. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's a wrap. That's all I got to say about that. Baltimore had every opportunity to do something, and they just didn't. Lamar Jackson didn't make the key throws like he needed to. Yeah, they basically ran all over the field. Both rushing offenses did their thing. It was 182 total rushing yards, maybe even closer to 200 for Baltimore. But Tennessee ran for well over 200 yards, and I think Ryan Tannehill threw for at least 200 plus yards in terms of passing, especially that deep pass down the field. I think it was the first or second quarter. All I know is that they were just basically literally lighting Baltimore up in like the best way and the worst way possible. And is it Tennessee destiny to actually win a Super Bowl? They just did 2 things that the teams couldn't do this season on a regular basis. What teams wish they could have did every year. And that's number 1, stop the New England Patriots dynasty. At least try to shut it down at least for another season. That's number 1. That's the first thing they did. They potentially ended the New England Patriots dynasty. I know everybody in NFL probably happy about that one. And the next thing they did was they stopped Lamar Jackson. This is the first team all season that literally shut him down, made him really non-effective, because all those stats that he did only translated to 12 points. And that's something that nobody was able to do. And Tennessee Titans did it. And that's the most prolific offense, to me, the most potent offense that they're probably going to face the entire playoffs. The second closest thing, to me, got to be the Kansas City Chiefs, which I know they're going to want to have to go against. I know they want to go against them because if they go against them and they shut them down, ain't no way in hell they're not going to win the Super Bowl. They got the best running back in the league. They playing the best defense right now. It seemed like can't nobody stop them whatsoever. And it seemed like another quarterback that's not the best quarterback will wind up with another Super Bowl ring. Now, I will say Ryan Tannehill is no Trent Dilfer. For the fans that know who he is, Trent Dilfer, that don't know who he is, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl with the Ravens in the 2000-2001 season. He was really not the best quarterback, probably one of the worst quarterbacks in the league almost every year except that year where it came together for him a little bit and he won some games for him, managed the offense, let the defense do their thing, hand the ball off to Jamal Lewis and Priest Holmes at that time, and that team basically dominated the New York Giants and just dominated their Super Bowl 20 years ago. Now, this team is similar to that, but Ryan Tannehill is a better quarterback overall. Better arm, better accuracy, can make better throws. That's basically what the Tennessee Titans team is looking like. And I'm pretty sure that if they do make the Super Bowl, they're going to make up for what they did so many years ago with Steve McNair and Eddie George and Dyson and everyone else when they got stopped on that 1 yard line by the St. Louis Rams at that time. Now the LA Rams. But yeah, it seemed like, man, if they do make it and everything come into play, they're going to win that Super Bowl. They are way too hot to just fold just like that. And this team is just dominating. They just took out two destined teams basically to go to Super Bowl because my prediction was either going to be New England again or it was going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Originally, I thought it might be New England and Baltimore in the AFC title game, but it seemed like that is nowhere near as going to happen. So, yeah, it might wind up being Tennessee. I know Tennessee Titan fans is very happy about this. I'm actually happy for them because I really wanted to see Steve McNair and Eddie George win that Super Bowl back then, but they didn't. And it's like they doing everything now to basically get there. And it's not much more to really say about that other than Tennessee Titans is playing the best and complete football right now out of everyone in the National Football League. That means, yes, better than the Chiefs, better than the Seahawks, better than the Packers, better than the 49ers, because Jimmy Garoppolo didn't even play that well in their victory. He played sloppy in their victory that they had earlier throughout the day. So yeah, go Titans. I know a lot of Tennessee Titan fans do want to hear that. Go Titans, and I look forward to seeing what they're going to do next week. Whether it's going to be the Chiefs or the Texans. That game is today, and also Green Bay versus Seahawks. So let's see how those games play out, and then I'm going to do a prediction video for the NFC title and the AFC title and potentially the Super Bowl and see what's going on with that. Right now, Tennessee seems to be the front runner, and right now it seems like they probably going to wind up playing the 49ers. But once again, every week is any given day, is any given Sunday for football, so they can be hot these two games, and then potentially either the Texans or the Chiefs could wind up beating them the following week, depending on who they match up well against. To me, they can match up with both teams. To me, the Texans will be an easier opponent, but I don't know if the Texans are going to get it done against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs' offense might be a little bit too much because Deshaun Watson just get flattened almost every play. I still don't even know how they even be winning their games or how terrible that offensive line is, especially in terms of pass protection. In terms of running the football, they excellent. Pass protection, I don't know. But that's a whole nother story. It's about the Tennessee Titans right now, and they basically looking good, and I don't know if anyone will be able to stop them. So, yeah. This is Jonah Pipney with another sports reaction video once again on the Tennessee Titans dismantling yet another excellent team and the NFL MVP in Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And peace out, everyone.